Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture, and today we're doing a versus type A video, slash also promotion in a way, like I'm not getting paid for it, but it's just more I just want to talk about it, and I think it's been under, like, I don't really hear much people talk about this, but pretty much, I've been watching In the Dark, the Hulu series, and, well, not series, it's a seasonal anthropology in a way. But anyway, so I've been watching it and I really, really like it. I'm been pretty much caught up, and pretty much the idea is that each movie is pretty much made by the season, goes by the season. So if it's New Year, they have a New Year's one, they have a Valentine's Day one, um they have a Halloween one, a lot of Halloween ones. I think they start off Halloween and they go on from there. But yeah, so they're in season 2, episode 5. It is Valentine's Day, and it's a Valentine's Day themed one called My Valentine. Really, really good. I personally like it. It's one of those things that I'll just say I like it. I really thought it was really cute. I thought it was fun. One thing I did compare it to, though, is Black Mirror with the season 5 episode 3 called Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2. And I felt like it was very in that type of direction, but because of that, and because I loved that episode of Black Mirror, I know there's some people that didn't really care for it, but I loved it, and a lot of the gays loved it too, because the On a Roll was on everybody's playlist once it came out. But anyway, so I really liked it, and I know there's a comparison between the two episodes. But I really liked it. So I want to kind of give you a little background between both of them, and then give you a full-on comparison of my own opinion of it. So starting with Ashley O. So Ashley O's main character, the premise of the both of them is pretty much there is a pop star has a person closest to them that wants to capitalize on their fame or who they are, and kind of just capitalize it on it. And pretty much one goes one direction, one goes the other direction. One's technology, one's a little more kind of more realistic, I guess you can say. So anyway, so let's start with Ashley O. So Ashley O is played by Miley Cyrus. She pretty much has an aunt who manages her career, and even as that goes on, we start seeing that she doesn't really want to be a pop star. She wants to do a little more deeper songs and stuff like that. And so she starts to get into more heavier, like, emotional songs, but her aunt's like, no, that's not what's gonna happen. And apparently how she gets her songs is that she dreams about them, wakes up, puts them down, she has a song. So in the most perfect Black Mirror direction, she decides to go, okay, I'm going to have, the aunt decides, I'm going to give, I forgot how that happened. I think something. She falls in Ashley falls into a coma, and so the aunt takes the memory or the thoughts of Ashley and puts them on paper and kind of puts them together to make a music, because she dreams her songs. And so since she's dreaming them, she hears it in some technology, puts it together, put it down. This is directed by Anne Suwicki. The popular songs are On a Roll. That's the best thing about these episodes, is that this episode is that it has songs, and they're actually very catchy. And they're supposed to be catchy. They're supposed to be very so obviously poppy catchy. It's supposed to be ridiculous, but in the best way. On the Roll and Right Where I Belong was actually written by Trent Reznor, who, if you don't know, he's part of the Nine Inch Nails. He's a front singer. He actually approved for them to use his actual songs and twist them up to make them more poppy. They actually are songs, both Nine Inch Nails songs. One's called Head Like a Hole. It's a 1989 song that came off the album Pretty Hate Machine, and then the other one, Right Where It Belongs, is what the actual song is called, and it's a 2005 song from the album With Teeth, one of my favorite albums. I love that album. That's the first album I got into Nine Inch Nails with. But yeah, he was like, yeah, by all means, use it. And so they had a producing trio called the Invisible Men kind of like tweak it to make it more pop. At the end of the song, at the end of the whole, spoiler alert, by the way, at the end of the whole episode, she does revert, she actually starts doing what she does, and it ends up being like more hardcore rock, which is she actually does the Nine Inch Nails covers, which is actually interesting because everybody else that doesn't like Miley Cyrus herself apparently really likes that hard rock that she brings. In the end, there's a lot of people in the comments who are just like, I think this is where she needs to go. I think I would like there's people like, I'm not a Miley Cyrus fan. I think she's ridiculous, but this is good. Like, they really, really like that she goes hard rock, which I think she could. If she really wants to, not going to put it past her, because I'm sure she's like, okay, you want hard rock stuff? Here you go. You know, her voice is so versatile. It can go anywhere. She can do anything. And she has a great voice. Anyway, so that is Ashley O. Amazing. Love it. She has 2 songs. On a Roll is the biggest one. Now we move on to In the Dark, My Valentine. This has 2 people, so it pretty much follows a woman who is a pop star who has a boyfriend who's a slash manager. They break up because he's super, super toxic and super, super abusive. So they break up, and he decides to take all her originality of her being a singer and who she is as a performer, and he moves it to his new girlfriend that looks similar to her, gives her the same exact wig, pretty much just completely made her into something else. So she was and that person became, the new girlfriend became Trezzure. So Trezzure became the thing, and they have multiple songs, and the song is actually the writer of these songs, which is Treasure Me. What's my favorite song is Treasure Me. I love Treasure Me. The Knife, good one. Parts of Me and Back in Focus is actually all written by Trezzure. I've never heard of her until this actual episode, and so I kind of been going back and trying to find her. She's hard to find unless you're on YouTube. So she pretty much wrote all the songs, and you have some of the people that kind of surprise that, like, it's pretty much she sees that, so she tried the person who isn't Treasure, the original girlfriend who's going by Valentine Fox. She pretty much continues to do her songs, hoping to kind of give a rise up in a way to make it on her own, but it goes flat because there's fans of Treasure who are like, she's an unoriginal, blah, blah. And so they diss her, but it all happens in the middle of, this small venue where Valentine Fox is performing. They all show up to kind of confront her, but the boyfriend's actually there to show up to get her to write more songs for his new girlfriend, who's going by her identity, and use it to be Treasure's next album, which is Valentine is definitely not falling for it at all. Anyway, so this one's directed by Maggie Levin. So it's a really great song. There's nothing really too crazy about the extra amount of it. It seems like Black Mirror had more hands into the project than this one did. This one was pretty simple and straight to the point. I understand that if Ashley O didn't come first, this would have made a bigger splash. At the same time, it's very Black Mirror-y in the same way, but just in the dark's direction, because they're not dealing with technology. It's all about human behavior or crazy horror or whatever, So I really like both of them. I think they're both great. I definitely think Ashley O is a little bit more whole as a plot. I feel like this one had some spaces where just that makes no fucking sense. But I do like this one because it is a little more, it makes fun of itself in a way, where they go back and forth between where it gives me Scott Pilgrim meets Green Room. Yes, it's Scott Pilgrim meets Green Room, and it pretty much just goes in that direction because you get that kind of bubbly little sounds, and then you go one moment they're talking about something, and it shoots over to the music video that Treasure's done, or it does Valentine's original song when she was actually doing her pop stuff before she got taken over, and it goes her song, and then it's 5 minutes later, it's Trezzure song and her rendition of it, and it's just like, wow. Anyway, I really, really like it. I don't know why I had to make this video, because I wanted it to be more announced and out there, because I think that In the Dark deserve its new, its direction of what it's doing. I understand it's very, very Black Mirror. I completely get that. At the same time, they're completely different in different ways. They're a little different in the way they deal with things. Like, In the Dark's songs are way more churches kind of thing, I want to say. Like, churches meets poppy. Like, it's that kind of sound. Like, it sounds very like that, and I really love it. I think it's great. And Ashley O's more kind of like regular pop, kind of like something that Miley would have done earlier in her career, but it's really, really nice. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about them. They're actually, just so you guys know, they're both songs, all the songs, including the ones from Trezzure, is on Spotify, so please, please check them out. They're really, really fun. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought about them. Did you like Ashley over Trezzure? Do you like Trezzure over Ashley? Because I can see some people seeing it a different way. I pretty much was trying not to compare them directly, other than the obvious compare, but I also put a blind side to like as much as I could to the comparison of the two, so I can get a individual thoughts. But yeah, they're both worth watching and investing in. So that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. Happy Valentine's Day, speaking of. And also just remember that love is not who you're in love with personally. It's also like friends love, family love, your dog, hug your cat, hug your friend, tell your friend that you love them, that you appreciate them, tell your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, anybody that's close to you that you love them, because it's not just about your significant other, it's also about love in general. So make sure to practice that. Also practice self-love. You're just as worth it as anybody else in this world. Love you all. Love all you guys. Have a good Valentine's Day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.